Today we are going to talk about Newton. On the Christmas day, Galileo died, and Newton was born. Newton was a premature baby, and his mother once described him as having been so small at birth that he could fit inside a quart mug. His mother did not expect him to live, left her with parents after she remarried and had another family. Newton hated his stepfather, disliked his grandfather, and wasn't very fond of his mother or grandmother. That is how he started not liking people. Newton spent most of his time making models and other mechanical gadgets, and constructing sundials. He built his own laboratory, the first at Cambridge, then engaged in the most bizarre experiments. Once he inserted a bodkin, long needle of the sort used for sewing leather, into his eye socket and rubbed it around. Betwixt my eye and the bone as near to the backside of my eye as I could, just to see what would happen. Miraculously, his eyes did not get any permanent damage. On another occasion, Newton stared at the sun for as long as he could bear, to determine what effect it would have upon his vision. Again he escaped lasting damage, though he had to spend some days in a darkened room before his eyes forgave him. Many scientists tried to explain motion of bodies. Newton in his 20s developed his own mathematics. He called this method fluxions. Flux means something changing. Calculus was invented by Newton, a German philosopher, and Leibniz at the same time, although our textbooks credit Newton more. Symbols that we use to denote differentials and integrals were actually devised by Leibniz. Newton's seminal work De Principia brought the heaven and earth under one system. It is decidedly the most important book in astronomy and physics. Newton studied Alhazen's work on optics and took it further. He discovered the spectrum of light using prism. Unfortunately, Newton was a terrible teacher. His students could not understand what he was talking about. Sometimes when he arrived, there was nobody to lecture to. Newton was the first scientist to be knighted. He was buried with the kings. Sir Isaac Newton was buried in the Abbey in 1727. Charles Darwin was buried beside Isaac Newton in 1882. That was it. See you next time.